I have to remember to actually do Twitter and shit. I had it all posted up, like ready to just hit enter last night, and I just forgot to hit enter. I'm good at this.
You're great at this. Top notch.
I'm the best. Okay, last week we finished off the Library of Mordane. You entered the MIJA room and you found after finding the 4 kind of corner pieces that formed the circle that was evidently a clock, which you guys didn't really finish kind of exploring, but I think it was mostly apparent. Put it in, the door opened. CHOWDAH couldn't enter without the entire room going nuts, and there was this large symbol on the back wall, and you found a second bell item. And you had Missy identify that. Or MIJA identify that. You're muted.
Mm.
And then you were about to head out, so you can do your character intros and your thoughts and whatnot. And I don't remember where we were, so I'm just going to start at DARYA and go in order, and then we'll start backwards and at the end. So, DARYA, your character's thoughts and feelings.
I'm glad we saved the kiddo, and I'm glad we got out of there alive and with minimal damage. And yeah, so she's glad for all those things, and she's excited for the next adventure.
Minimal damage to you.
Well,
I actually pretty much feel the same way as DARYA does. CHOWDAH's pretty happy that we're all still alive. Kind of proud of the kid for trying. Glad that he's safe. But yeah, glad to kind of be done with this so we can head out and figure out what the hell's going on with. Now we have a new mystery of the 2 bells. For whom the bell tolls.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it tolls for me because I can't enter that room.
right.
I'm pretty stoked.
Potato. Gawain.
Yeah, Gawain is very excited to be on a mission to destroy this bell, or at least that's his headcanon for right now. he is on this mission to destroy this bell. Everything else be damned.
And MIJA.
Mitzi, unmute yourself.
Or not. Okay. You guys are going to start leaving the room. Oh, thank you, Gigi. They're gonna be, I'm still not used to all the chimes and crap. You're gonna go and leave the room and start leaving the temple. CHOWDAH wanted to grab the large eel.
Yep.
I want you guys to make perception checks real quick.
Perception?
Yes.
Alright, hold on. Gotta pull up my sheet.
I saw whatever it was.
Yep. It makes the most sense for you to see it anyways.
Alright.
Okay. CHOWDAH is the only one who initially sees it. As you guys are kind of leaving, you're probably a little bit behind the group, grabbing that eel to start kind of wrapping that up and taking it. You're gonna go, and you're gonna see that that Sahuagin that you were fighting. It's still laying there dead, in kind of a pool of its own blood. Like the blood kind of came out and is kind of settled to the ground a bit. The one thing you're gonna notice is its skin is starting to like blister and crack and turn black and purple.
Okay,
It's
my
not
magic detector still
it's
working.
not like it's like you can visibly see it doing that. It's at a slow enough pace that you can't actually like see it physically changing, but like you're noticing it as you go by that large parts of its body and sections are starting to do that.
It's starting to do what
Starting to decay.
already? Okay.
I'm gonna like, does it feel hotter? Like I'm gonna like touch it. Like, does it feel hotter or?
No, it still feels it.
I mean, it's the ocean, so it's cold. But that's why is it?
It feels room
Like
temperature. It's
okay.
cool. It's cooled off a little bit because it's been dead, but it doesn't have any temperature difference.
Hey Daria,
Yes.
come check this out.
Okay.
Just because you're more monastery, so you're
Right.
more world-wise than I am. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Does it look like it's decaying, or or is it not what that is?
No, that's what it looks like.
Just really quickly.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like normal decay, I think.
No, there's absolutely, even without rolling, there's absolutely no part of you that feels that that's natural.
Stuff doesn't decay.
Not natural?
It's been dead for 20 minutes, half an hour.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's rapidly decaying. Like more
Stuff doesn't decay in the bottom of the ocean.
Well, it does, but it bloats.
Yes and no. Usually it's eaten, but I watched it. Remember, I watched the thing about ocean.
Well, it's not shriveling and like not drying up. It's just like turning blue and like swelling and cracking. It's just,
it's like it's
not
dry.
shriveling. It's like it's rotting. It's just
Yeah.
it's not shriveling like it's underwater, but it's also not really bloating either.
Is my magic detector still working?
No.
I'll do a prayer to Lathander.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'll throw. And then continue moving.
Okay. Okay. You guys head out. You're gonna go at a little bit slower pace, because Chowdah's dragging that huge eel. I mean, not a lot slow, not seriously slower. And then once he gets out, he's gonna start picking up a couple stones as well. He's a pack lobster. I mean, it's not too far. You guys are gonna go out and then end up leaving the cave, and then heading back towards the town. And at this point, it's probably starting to get to a little bit past afternoon, like 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
As you guys kind of pull up there.
Can we like camp so we can get our hit points back?
It's only like noon, essentially.
Yeah, but we could take a nap.
You can take a short rest.
We took a short rest last game. Like
Oh, do I have any hit points back?
It's up to your hit die usage.
We're not.
You're coming into like a small farming community.
Yeah, we're not going into battle.
Okay.
It's a
I
bunch
just
of
don't want to die.
it's a bunch of Cecilias, which are like gull. They're like humanoid tops, but like squid from the torso down, like mermaids, except with like squid or octopus.
like Ursula.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They creep Gawain
Do
out.
we know that?
The what?
Do we know their language?
Yes.
So can I talk
You
to
have
them?
you have one traveling with you, a young one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is the farm that we stayed at the night before. You wouldn't know
She
because,
did.
but I
Yeah, I
probably would.
wasn't there.
I probably would, be like, this is Gull. He lives here. This is his family. Let us stay here last night.
Right.
Also on the way back, Gull's gonna point out that he's not that young. Like you treat him like he's 5. And he's 8.
Oh wow.
I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but Chowdah
They
is
reach
also
maturity. They reach maturity at 10.
10, yeah. The terminology is probably going to be even more confusing, but especially I think 8 hits Chowdah especially because that's exactly how old he is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in this community, can we look around and see if there's anything that we can sell or?
It's just a small farming community of about what?
Can we
10
at
or
least
so-
get some food?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, they
9.
fed us. They fed us last night.
Okay.
Yeah. We have lots of food, so
We
if
do.
you're hungry,
Okay.
I mean, as you guys are coming up, Sirach is actually going to come over and be like, "Oh, how did it go?"
Well,
Except for all the parts that didn't go well.
Well, I see you coming back with all your limbs and appendages.
So I'm a new person to this group.
your son was pretty brave. He went down there to help us.
I hope he wasn't in the way. He's been running off more and more. He's getting to that age.
nope. He was not a problem at all.
You know, if he keeps running off, you should probably train him with a sword.
NPCs run off. Cool.
I hope everything's okay.
There, now I'm the great and powerful Oz. No. My light was on, so it was fucking up the edge. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead. What
I
were you
said if
saying?
he keeps running off, you should probably train him with a sword so he can defend himself.
He's not that bad with a sword. He just doesn't have one.
He has a dagger now.
He should have a sword.
Didn't we give him a dagger?
Yeah, you get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave him a dagger.
I do have a spear. I have many spears.
He's pretty good with that dagger.
Yeah, he does have a kind of a natural talent for finesse weapons.
He was showing me some of his moves.
He's putting moves on you now?
Yeah. I had to tell him I'm a little too old.
Right. It's like I'm almost 10 years old.
I'm almost
Right?
9. I'll be 9 next month.
I'm practically an adult.
Practically an adult. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we there were some Sawagan down there. We took care of them. Some more. Found some interesting stuff. I don't think it should be a problem because I think we took care of all of them. We didn't see any more.
That's good. Hopefully we can reclaim that farming land.
Now you should also reopen that temple, because you could get some business.
What temple?
You mean that wasn't a temple?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, then never mind.
There was some building underground. Which was weird.
First I've ever heard of it.
I assume something happened and the collapse of the tunnel led to it being there or something. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on, but yeah, it's there. I'm sure it has nothing to do with my god.
I wonder if we can seal it back up.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, it's really pretty. I wouldn't destroy it.
Yeah, but we can seal
You're
up
muted, Missy.
the entrances. And
So, while you guys are discussing this, can I go study my scrolls?
Yeah, you can kind of go off and sit down and start looking at them.
Okay. I'm seeing to the side.
So Mija kind of wanders off and starts kind of thumbing through those scrolls. She's probably been waiting an hour or two to look through.
Wait. Go ahead.
So how do you think we should seal them up? Maybe some large stones or
Oh, I don't know. I was asking if it was possible.
Probably.
I mean, I worry that if it's attracting stuff, maybe we should seal it up so it stops attracting stuff. I don't know.
It might have been the thing we found in there that was attracting them, though.
What did you find in there?
We found a bell. And we got the name, right? We just don't know who it is.
What's
A
bell?
magical bell.
Thing.
You hit it, it makes noise, and it's musical.
Okay.
It's like an instrument, normally, like a whatever equivalent underwater musical instrument. But
It actually, it physically looks nothing like a typical
No.
bell. It looks more like a round iron, like it's literally almost, or like a shield, but it's just called a bell for
Oh,
whatever
okay.
reason.
right. I keep forgetting just because it's called a bell.
I know. Sometimes I forget as well, but that's what I've been calling it.
Never mind. I take all that back. It's not a bell. Scratch that, reverse it. Well, it's peculiar because we found something similar in town, just of a different god. So it seems, and both were guarded by Sawagan, so it seems like there's some connection here.
Roll a history. Chowdah. Actually, yeah, roll history. Okay.
Doing great.
You're not gonna actually like know what it looked like, but having seen the second one kind of awakens kind of a thought. You remember an artifact that empowered somebody's spellcasting ability, especially their ability to summon.
Okay.
It happened to be a large kraken. You have no idea what it looked like with your history. You didn't roll high enough that you ever saw it or anything like that. But it just strikes you as an odd coincidence.
I may actually, in retrospect, be familiar with something similar to these, but much bigger. At least in theory. I never saw this object, but... I have to think on it more.
I don't think I've seen anything like it in all of my travels either.
Now that you can recollect now.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the object that my former master... I never saw the object, but something that he used to summon, or was intending to summon a kraken with.
Oh. So
He did summon a kraken.
do you recall that how many did he use? Multiple?
I have no idea.
No.
I just remember, that's literally all I remember.
Because I'm trying to. Why would the Sawagan want to summon a kraken?
It wasn't a Sawagan then.
No, he was a Triton.
No. I mean, I'm wondering if that's why the Sawagan were
If
protecting
it's related,
it. Yeah.
maybe. Well, if they can summon and control a kraken, then they can take control of the ocean. They can wipe out the sea elves. They can wipe out the Triton.
Okay. So I wonder if that's what they're trying to do.
Could be.
Mm.
I'm not as... That's literally all I know about them.
I don't know where Missy is.
See, but I already wanted to destroy this bell. Now I wanted to destroy it even more.
Well, I'm just
Okay.
talking. I'm just
There's 8 schools of magic. I mean, you guys said you had the divination one that I identified, and you had a necromancy one. It sounds like that one might be conjuration.
Sure. I'm
And
not a wizardly type, but I trust.
I don't know anything about your story. I don't know. She's not here, but I don't know anything about your story. But it makes sense if he wasn't able to do something one day and then the next day he summoned a kraken. That seems like a big jump in capacity.
So that would make sense.
And these all seem to be linked to a god in particular. At least these two that we have. So maybe that one is particularly.
One is a dead god. I don't know if all of you know, but I think a couple of you knew it, that Valshrun is dead. And then another god that none of you ever heard of.
So maybe. So if nothing else, we know it's linked to gods. That's
Dead gods.
Well,
I guess you don't strictly know that the what this one the white bell is tied to is a god, but you do know that it was, although this was actually a library, there was, you know, kind of imagery and stuff like you would have for a god.
So with deductive reasoning, we could
Yeah.
assume that it was. So it makes me wonder if, since you say there are 8 schools of magic, could there be 5 more bells? Or, well, no, we have 2. Do we have 2 or 3?
You have 2. You have necromancy and divination.
So could there be 6 more bells out there? And if so, do we need to find them?
If we're basing it on the one that my former master had as being conjuration.
Yeah, okay.
But
So
that one was destroyed.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know.
Good. Then all we have to do is destroy
Well,
the
I
rest.
mean, my entire monastery was destroyed. So in theory, it could not be destroyed.
In theory, it could be still
Well,
at your monastery.
we need to go to that place and look through the ruins and see if it's there, at the very least.
I
I
don't
don't know how far that is out of game. We never
You probably don't know you probably don't have a strong idea of how far it is in game either.
That's probably. Well, I know how long it probably took me to travel.
I don't know that would be. I don't know if that's something that CHOWDAH is ready to face right now.
I'll have to put it to rest at some point.
Well,
we have to go back to town to kind of get a reward money and gear up if we're gonna go that far anyway.
Yeah. Well, if that time comes, well, you know, you can be the one to decide whether we do that or not.
We can do it. I just traveled. It won't be a pleasant experience, but you know, I understand that there's something more at play here. So it's so we could discuss more, I guess, when we get back to town.
Okay.
Maybe somebody in town might know more about these, perhaps, and they might. I don't know. We could kind of talk to people in town, maybe. I don't know. We know at least possibly where one is. So that's, if nobody knows anything in town, then we have somewhere. We have a next step in theory to find another one.
Are you guys heading back today, or you're gonna?
No, probably. I think we should just stay the night.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a nice relax. I mean, we're done, so we could just relax.
Be more than happy to entertain. And get a. We'll have a big dinner.
That'd be spectacular.
Ooh, yes.
Do we feel like everything is taken care of? Like, is there any uneasiness about?
Oh, the library?
Yeah, but just about the whole situation. Are there more Sawagan that we didn't find?
You guys did a pretty thorough search of the library, unless you missed a secret entrance or something like that, which you wouldn't know of either way. You feel like you at least did a thorough search of the library and killed everything that was in there. Okay. And took a powerful artifact out.
Okay. Well, I just don't want to leave these people.
You didn't open the sarcophagus, but aside from that.
It now kind of, after more discussion, it definitely makes sense that since the two are most likely connected and both had Sawagan involved with them, it could be that they're looking for them So us taking it means that they're less likely to want to stay here. So
Yeah, they're less likely to attack the town and more likely to attack us, which is safer for the townspeople.
we're like,
Sirak
what?
is just kind of like sitting there, like kind of like he has no idea what you're talking about for the most part.
Well, if the
Being
Sawagan do
pirate,
come
Dread
back,
Pirate Seabeard.
yeah, I'm gonna pat Gull on the head and say, if the Sawagan do come back, I have no doubt you will be able to defend.
It's true.
Who are you pointing to?
Gull,
Well,
I was patting him on the head.
I was kind of hoping I could tag along to Lannis with you.
Oh.
I wouldn't have an issue with it.
I don't see why not. But you need to talk to your parents, to your father.
Let me put it this way, kid.
I don't understand how parental things work. So
You need first parental permission, and then you need to gear up, because I'm not having dead weight on this mission.
Well, I'd also need to find some sort of token if I was going to be even a temporary companion. I have a dagger.
I feel like the person who spent the majority of the last fight unconscious should probably not start insulting people.
Yeah, but at least I had gear. At least I had armor.
You had gear and you still got knocked out twice.
Exactly. Imagine this kid without gear.
I am going to be taking if Gold comes with us, I will be taking responsibility for him. I will help him get armor and gear, and I will take care of him.
Hey, he's already got a weapon.
He knows he's a very good fighter. He's very smart.
I mean, armor is armor. I don't use it. I don't have any armor.
I'm very stealthy.
Well, there you go. He can't hide if he needs to. So,
How good is he at hiding? Because I didn't see him.
exactly.
Exactly.
Boom!
Basically, in this setting, which is why I'm surprised nobody took the race. That race gets advantage on any stealth checks made in the water. So it's a race that constantly has advantage on stealth.
Unless
in
it's
this
only if
setting.
they're not moving.
Well, yeah. I mean, there is a couple of
But I
stipulations
mean,
to it.
if they're not wearing anything, like if they don't have armor or anything, they could essentially hide in plain sight. They'd be like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
like, which is kind of badass. And they're resistant to bludgeoning damage, which is pretty scary.
I also remember I fucked up. He didn't get hit with
No, I know.
I'm not
I
going
realized,
back and changing it. I realized
Blast.
he didn't get hit with an Eldritch Blast.
yeah,
I
I
fucked
thought
that up.
that. I'm like, wait, he didn't get hit with the Eldritch Blast. He only got the Thunder Wave.
I'm not taking it back because it happened, but
Yeah.
technically it was weird because it was inconsistent with what I was saying.
Mhm.
I realized that like Tuesday or Wednesday when I was thinking back on it. I was like, I fucked up.
Also, Gawain didn't even see the kid until we were leaving. So, at all.
That just goes to the fact that he's really stealthy and quiet.
Super stealthy. Yeah, no, I have no problem with him coming along. Like I said, I don't know what age is considered.
He's
So
a little young, but he's getting close. I don't know. You can't.
What does he want to do in town? I'd like to ask him directly. What's your intent on doing in town?
I don't know. I just want to go look around. I've never been there.
You've never gone with your parents when they went to drop stuff off?
No. I don't have terminology, so I'm just going to use Grandpa, but it probably isn't technically Grandpa, but my Grandpa, what was the name? Grandpa Paula goes. He usually goes by himself.
Yeah, no, I have no issue with you tagging along.
Neither do I. And we'll just ignore Gawain.
Gawain just had an idea.
I usually do.
So he doesn't have any issue anymore. Nah.
Gawain, if you harm this child in any way, I will personally do very, very horrible things to you that I cannot say in front of this young man.
I'll get flanking. So
I am not going to hurt him.
But either way, we're going to spend the rest of the day.
Okay. So you guys are just going to relax. Are you going to do the dealing with the eel, or did you want them to help or deal with it, or are you just going to deal with it by yourself?
I mean, if they want to help, sure.
I mean, they're a farming community. They know how to help. I mean, they know how to do, like, you know, stuff like that. Like, they take care of themselves here.
Yeah. I mean, this could be dinner.
So they'll help you do it. They'll actually they'll skin it. The skin is basically useless unless you have something specific for it. It's not like on dry land where you can dry out pelts and have them. In here, they just stay soggy until they rot because you can't salt them, you can't dry them out.
Right.
But actually, they're going to know what kind of eel it is, and they're actually going to remove these little nodes that they're not poisonous, but if they're not removed right, they can contaminate the meat. Because they're almost like battery acid, like
right,
kind of thing. Like
right.
I thought about it, and I'm forgetting the terminology, but that kind of thing. Like it's kind of if you don't remove it right, it can contaminate a lot of the meat. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Right.
But they'll know how to remove those properly, and you know, cut out the flanks and the sections of meat, and a lot of the chests and stuff is mostly not very good meat anyways. It's mostly like the tail that's the huge chunks of the meat. Once it stops being ribs and organs and starts just being flesh, so it's mostly like the tail and stuff, the long, which is a lot of it, but there's a huge chunk of it that is mostly useless.
I can just wear the skeleton as a armor now.
Okay.
No, it's giant, so it's way bigger than me. I'm dressing as an eel.
Well, they don't actually cook.
No,
but they're gonna cut it up and cut it up into slices and prepare it with other vegetables, and probably have this vegetation that they like roll it in and then wrap it, almost like sushi. Yeah, you beat me by like half a second to what I was saying.
It's because I've been craving sushi all day.
Well, there you go. You get it in the role-playing game.
Yay!
It's nowhere near as good.
Tastes like nothing. Like you didn't eat anything.
Exactly like that.
And they're just going to kind of relax. At some point, as kind of it gets in the evening, you're going to notice Go kind of disappears for a bit.
Okay. I'll probably have them. I'll probably practice more of my lint mapping.
Okay.
I'm gonna go meditate.
Okay.
And probably see if they give me more pointers on weaving.
I mean, they can, the basic idea of it. You're not going to instantly learn it. A lot
No,
of it's
I know.
rhythm and, I would say, kind of muscle memory. Like, you have to get used to it. It's familiarity. You can know exactly what you're doing. You can know the math of it, and you still won't do it as good as an idiot who's done it for 10 years. Like, it's practice that does it. So, I mean, they can help you kind of, like, the basic idea of how to wrap under the baskets, and then the order that you're supposed, like a good strong order to like wrap it around and come back around to actually form the baskets and have like a strong basket and stuff. But until you've done it a lot and fucked up a few times, you're not going to be that good.
I'll actually ask if there's any way I could get some to take with me to keep practicing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, you bring the eel here. You essentially that's most of what they ate for that night. So
That's true.
they're happy to give you a little bit. I mean, seagrass doesn't sell for a whole lot. They get by on the fact that they sell a lot of it. And it's mostly enough money to buy odds and ends that they need that they can't provide themselves. The Amish fish. At some point later in the evening, probably like 8 or 9, you're going to see Gull come back. And he's swimming oddly. Like he's not like swimming normally, like he's just kind of spinning around. And you can see like a really stupid grin on his face, and his pupils are huge.
Like he's been inhaling something he shouldn't have?
That kind of effect, yeah.
I like this kid.
Does he do that normally?
Well,
No?
if he...
The hell? You're going to see Seer kind of go up and start talking to him, and
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and talk to him too.
I'm gonna be watching from a distance.
you're going to see this weird, like, black and green, like, seaweed thing wrapped around his wrist. You can roll nature.
I got 18. I'd probably know what this is.
Got 13.
Were you rolling Chowder, or were you not going over?
No, I was going over. Sorry, I was distracted. I am practicing with Anchor.
Okay, I mean that's enough. I mean, it's not common, but it's not rare either. It's a seaweed wrap called lushweed. That's essentially a drug.
With a name like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ask the kid, hey, where'd you get that?
The happy place.
Could you show me?
He'll just like point, and you can almost tell he's like pointing at one of the buildings, but barely. Like it's like that area.
Aw.
Do you go to your happy place often, Gull?
No,
No?
I want to.
What made you decide to go there tonight?
You're gonna actually see him like shift. Like you're gonna see like this stupid, shit-eating grin kind of drop, and he's almost. I mean, underwater creatures actually can't cry. They're physically incapable of it. But like he's just gonna get a really sad expression. I almost died.
When you went to your happy place?
No,
In the fight.
in
In the
Yeah.
fight? Okay.
Yeah, that is one of the risks that you take going on an adventure.
Yep.
I'm fine now. And you,
Well-
it's not gonna come all the way back, but you're gonna see his mood change. Kind of that. I'm fine now.
Okay.
And
Gull,
he's just kind of bobbing around a bit.
if you go on adventures with us, it's going to be dangerous and there will be risks, and you can't go to your happy place because that's also dangerous in a situation like we were in earlier. I'm not going to give him the whole sober talk because,
You can tell, like, I mean, he's like looking at you and trying really hard to pay attention,
Okay.
but it's just he's just like smiling at you and almost looking through you. Like he's trying really hard, It's just all the wires aren't currently connected.
Right.
They're not they're chemically separated or chemically attached to other other nodes.
They're like, "Ooh." Now, is this on all of his tentacles?
No, it's just on his one of his arms.
Okay.
Like his actual
Now,
his arm.
can I roll a check to see if I know an antidote?
Can we, can I take it off of him? Can I say, okay, Gold, can I see your...
Roll medicine. Well, not you, Gawain.
25.
There is. I mean, I don't know enough about that kind of thing to know exactly, but there are substances, and there's certain spells that remove it as well. Like remove poison would do it.
Oh,
I think that's a spell.
wait, that's a spell I have, isn't it?
I don't know if it's a spell it's a spell you have access to. I don't know if it's one you have prep, but
No, I don't have it.
no, it might be a second level spell. I think it's a spell. I thought there was a. Protection from poison? I thought there was a remove poison. Maybe it's restoration that just does it. It's not big. You know that there's spells that have the capacity to do it, though. Roll20 doesn't have all the spells in it. Sometimes it's weird, stupid spells.
Oh, there's another thing that we can use. It probably has it.
I also know it's not incredibly dangerous at this point either.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not incredibly worried about this, as I have plans, and I don't want anything to interfere with those plans.
There is no remove poison. Is it cure point? Cure wounds? Maybe it is lesser restoration that does it.
Oh yeah, lesser restoration. That's a druid spell.
No, clerics get it
Cleric
too.
spell too.
Yes, but lesser restoration does it.
It's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of like now it's just annoying me that I can't.
Yeah, it is. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Yep.
Lesser restoration. That's what it is. And it is 2nd level.
Yeah. It's a good spell, but
It's a very good spell, especially since it can cause those things as well.
No, it can't.
Yes, it can. So on the thing. Yeah. It can either...
And one disease or one condition.
Yeah.
It's not saying that you can either end or give.
Oh.
Yeah, it's saying you can only remove one of the conditions. Like you can end a blind, or you can end deafen, or you can end paralyzed, or a poison, but not like all four. I think greater restoration removes everything, or disease. Yeah, but.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then I must have been really drunk.
So what are you guys doing? Just going to kind of relax?
Yeah.
Settle down for the night?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys just all going in, or... Because there's that like kind of large shell building that you guys had been kind of allowed to camp under. Are you guys just going back under that?
Probably.
Well, I mean, Okay. And that's where they have available for you. I meant to say, are you guys setting watch, or are you just
Probably
sitting
did the
through?
same thing we did last night, just to be safe.
Yeah,
Keep watch with one of them and kind of.
Yeah. Is it?
I was just gonna say the same thing as Chowdah.
I'm gonna make sure the kid doesn't dip back into the stash.
You really have no.
And if he
you-
does, I want to go with him.
You really have no capacity to do that because you imagine where the stash is in one of the houses, and you're not gonna be able to keep him out of going into his house.
Shit. You're right.
I
Damn
mean,
it.
You could potentially follow him, but he's gonna kind of stay out and lounge around outside and just kind of chill until late into the evening. And you guys are gonna kind of probably a little bit. You're probably kind of enjoying the fact that mission accomplished. Let's kind of relax and chat and socialize and eat and be merry and and then kind of go in kind of late. What watches or whatever were you guys gonna try and take?
Same ones we've been taking, I think, is
Yeah. I'm on the first watch, and
Okay.
Alandry's.
Yeah, Landry. Yeah.
Okay. Sometime late in the first watch, because of how late you guys are going to bed, everybody's going to be awoken, and Chowdah's going to be alerted by it, pretty obvious. You're going to see Gawain, just laying there, and then he's just going to rise up and audibly smash into the top of the shell, enough that it actually lifts it up, and you see dirt and stuff kind of funnel in and out, and enough that it actually visibly shakes kind of the attachment and buried and stuff, that you can actually see right out of the roof. You're gonna see a beam of almost like Ghostbusters, coming out of his eyes of this deep purple, and he's gonna do that for probably a minute, and then he's gonna the purple lights are gonna stay. And then he's going to emanate this purple light out of
Aura.
almost like an aura. Yeah, but it's emanating from him. And then he's just going to kind of slowly float back down, and the roof's going to go boom.
So what? I'm gonna go check him and see if he's breathing or whatever fish do.
Well, he's the same race as you.
Oh, I know he is. Yeah, he's I'm gonna. Well, do we breathe? We don't really breathe. We just kind of.
You do. I mean, you probably have gills that you actually breathe through, especially being mostly aquatic down here, anyways.
Yeah. So okay. I mean, we can breathe above the water.
You're gonna see him even without a medicine roll or anything. You're gonna see him still breathing.
Okay. I'm gonna tap him and see if he can hear me. Gawain.
What?
What just happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
did it look similar to when MIJA identified the Murdane's bell? Because you said white light came out of her eyes.
No, that was just kind of the spell of identify, the what to look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, that one was supposed to just kind of be a visual of her casting the spell.
Oh, okay.
A little bit was the emphasis on the fact that it's a pearly white item, but it was her just casting the spell. That was just kind of a visualization.
Okay.
So is he still emanating purple?
No, as soon as he he dropped, the light turned off, and then he slowly just kind of, because you're in the water, you're not just gonna drop down like you would
Right.
on Earth. He'll drop down, but it's not the same forceful
It's not
thump down. He's just gonna kind of
Float down, kind
Yeah.
of like a dead fish.
Yeah.
Okay. You just you had purple beams coming out of your eyes, and your body was purple, and did you not?
Well, I purify.
roll a perception.
Me?
Yeah. I don't know if Chowdah's actually in there. I think he was probably out. So you probably might have seen purple light kind of emanating from out of the crack and probably are headed down there. But you saw the building lift up and purple light kind of eating out.
All I've rolled today is 13.
Lucky 13. His index finger and thumb are silver.
Okay.
Ooh, that's new.
I mean, not
So-
like the entire, mostly like the tip of them, but like but they're silver. It is new.
But okay, so it's enough that I noticed that something different.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab his hand and what happened? You know,
None of your business.
is that because you don't know? I'm trying to help you. Sometimes I just want to put my dagger in and be done with you.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be smart.
Gawain, something just happened to you. I am trying to help you figure out what it was. Do you know
I am
what's going on with your fingers?
I am pretty well aware of what just happened.
Do you know why it happened?
Chowdah's probably gonna make his way down about at this point. And what was his name?
Alandry.
No, Trem, one of the other guys, is gonna end up coming down with him, like because they were taking watch together. One of the other adult farmers.
What's going on? Having a rave down here without me?
Yeah. I don't.
Got my glow bar, guys. God, it's like a.
If you must know, I was communing with my god.
I have a hard time believing anything that comes out of your mouth. So, I don't know what just happened, but Gawain's fingers are turning, two of his fingers have turned silver, and beams of light shot out of his eyes. Now, did I see that? Are we in the shell together?
Yeah, you guys were
Okay.
all camped in the shell. The only one who actually physically wasn't there was probably Chowdah's. He's kind of out of the shell area looking. I mean,
Okay.
he
Yeah,
saw
I
the
can't
purple
imagine
light.
what Alandry's
Like,
reaction would
he
be.
saw the shell lift up and the light kind of coming out.
Right.
And
Alandry would be awake and watching at that point.
So I'm going to explain to him what
Second
I
watch.
saw from my point of view, since he was at a different point of view. So, yeah. So we were sleeping, and then all of a sudden he lifts up. Purple beams start shooting out of his eyes, and his whole body turned like a purple glow. His body didn't turn purple, but it glowed purple. And now his fingers are turning silver.
Yeah, it's neat, isn't it? I like it.
And I don't think he really has a clue what's going on.
is that what knocked the shell around? Like, you can tell Trump like is kind of listening, but he's also like, I mean, he lives here. He's looking around at the edge of the shell, which is kind of displaced a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what knocked the shell up. You know, he hit the top of it, and I will look at it in the morning and see if we can repair it. But yes, he rose up and hit the top of the shell, and I don't know what happened. I didn't sense any presence in here or anything. Any other?
I mean, I've seen people commune with gods before, and it looked down. I don't think it looked anything like that.
I have not seen.
Well, you're not a cleric, are you?
Yeah, but I was part of a monastery where wise people live, like monks and clerics.
Gods slow down. Gods even stop.
Parenthood.
You know exactly where that too.
Yeah, I do.
The TV show?
It's a movie.
No, there's the
Oh.
movie originally with
Oh.
Martin. This like the son gets thrown out of a car, and they're like, "Who are they? Those are my friends. Friends slow down. Friends even stop."
Oh my gosh. Haven't seen that one. Like I said, I don't think Gawain actually has a clue what is going on, and I would like to find out.
I would too, because as he pointed out earlier, belittling a child about their ineffectiveness, and I would rather you not just tweak out like that in the middle of combat, if that's something that can happen to you.
Nah, I'm fine.
Fine, but if it happens in combat, I get to kill you. Seems like a fair trade.
That's the deal. There's a deal.
Cool.
So do we know what happened to him?
You have no idea.
No idea. And it wasn't just him communing with his god, right?
Roll insight.
I still rolled a 13 though.
Darya, he's hard to read. I mean, he's all over the place. You have no idea. Chowdah, it's the same thing. He really is all over the place, and he is really hard to read. But you do kind of sense he's at least mostly being truthful. He's probably keeping a lot to himself, but what he is kind of coming across does seem like he's not trying to bullshit. Like, it seems kind of quick and authentic.
Seems at least mostly legit.
Mostly, it's the mostly that concerns.
Well, he's not telling us everything,
Yeah.
because apparently we keep secrets from each other.
Well, I have no secrets from you.
I fought a kraken once. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't fight a kraken. I ran.
You got your butt whipped by a kraken.
I did not, because I did not fight it.
Yeah, that's not even if he got engaged with a kraken, he'd be dead. A kraken is a CR-23.
Mm-hmm. I know because well, I'm gonna tell you later. That's for another time.
Another day, another adventure.
Yeah.
Good times. All right, we should go back to sleep. Or, well, you guys go back to sleep. Tell your god to maybe chill the fuck out. Interfering with other people's resting cycle. Which is rude.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, if you know that's going to happen again, please go excuse yourself into the forest or something.
Well,
Kelp
you probably
forest.
get the impression that, to some extent, that probably wasn't entirely a good interaction if it was with his god. I mean, gods don't start to throw you around like that if they're happy with you. Unless they're WWE gods, I guess. But body slam, brother!
Yeah, I mean,
He opened a can of fast.
Hit him with the folding chair.
Whoop ass fajitas!
Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah. Brother. Okay, anyway.
Whoop ass fajita!
Dude, that's still the best one.
What?
Who ordered the whoop ass fajitas? That's still the best line from that movie. From either of those movies, honestly.
What movies?
Boondock Saints.
That's the second one. All Saints Day.
Yeah.
You've never seen Boondock Saints?
I've seen it a bazillion times. I don't remember that line.
Have you seen the second one? All Saints Day?
Yeah.
It's the
when he's practicing the lines.
Oh gosh, yes.
What he actually says is "ding dong, motherfucker, ding dong." But he's like, when he's like, "Who ordered the whoop ass fajitas?"
Okay, I remember now.
I was like,
oh
"That's
my
the
gosh.
best line ever." Anyway, yeah, I will go back out.
I haven't seen that one as many times as I've seen
I've only
it.
seen it once.
yeah, I've only seen it like once or twice. Anyways,
yeah. I mean, I will try and not piss off my god anymore. How about that?
That's always a good plan.
Otherwise, the rest of the night's gonna go pretty uneventful. You're gonna keep watching and rotate. The Cecilia's will like switch out as well.
Okay.
And then, it'll start getting. It's not like a dawn because you don't have like the sun coming up over the horizon. Eventually, it just kind of starts getting light as the sun starts kind of coming in.
So I'm gonna ask whoever I'm watching with about how much they know about the lush weed and all that.
Okay. What about it?
Oh,
It's
just
mostly harmless. It's probably shouldn't have too much of it. And
I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
it's recreational. And
so basically like the equivalent of alcohol on Earth or on land. I'm asking that out of character, by the way, because I don't know what alcohol is in character.
yeah, I'm only familiar with alcohol. I've never done anything else, but it's some sort of alcohol or some sort of recreational drug. But the way he kind of has it, it's probably harmful if you have a lot of it too often or whatever. But it's okay as a recreation. It's nice to relax and whatever. I mean, everybody has a drink once in a while kind of thing.
Right, okay.
Speaking of.
Hey, no fair.
Yeah, these are all vodka. No, I'm just kidding.
I have water. Well, I have water.
I'm just kidding. Mine are all dihydrogen monoxide.
You're drinking water for 2.
I'm drinking water for 2.
Drinking for 2, eating for 2.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the rotations will switch and it'll be morning, and you guys will all kind of be awakened and soon start kind of packing up your stuff, getting ready to head back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Goal gonna come with us still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably.
So do we all have enough? Do we have enough food? Do we have enough?
Yeah, we
have enough water.
We did get, I believe, 10 days per person.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
At least, I think.
I'm just,
Or no, we got 20 per person because it was 5 days of travel there, 5 days of travel back, and then 10 days worth while we're here, just in case it took longer.
Took longer, yeah. Okay.
Well, you should have it marked on your character sheet, anyways.
Just because I should have something doesn't mean I necessarily do.
Ooh, snap, yo.
I don't even have rations on here, so I'm apparently going to starve to death. Why do I not have rations on here?
Fuck if I know.
Good question. I don't have rations either, do I?
Wow, apparently I'm the only one who's prepared. Kids these days. Oh, wait.
I'm an old lady.
I mean, the 8-year-old is more prepared than the...
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we'll pack up. Wise.
How many do you have on your sheet?
15, because it was 5 days getting here, and then we ate with them.
Okay.
While we were here.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys are going to pack up and head out, and Gull's going to kind of say his goodbye to his family. And he'll probably have a longer talk with Paula, who's the kind of oldest of the family. He'll talk to him for probably like 10 minutes before kind of giving hugs and heading over and being ready to go.
Okay.
I'll make sure I specifically say goodbye to Dread Pirate Seabeard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also say goodbye to everyone, thank them for their hospitality, and assure Gull's father that we will do our best to keep him out of harm's way.
Thank you. I mean, they're not as... I mean, it's weird because you guys are thinking he's joining you as an adventurer. So that's kind of your perspective is, you're expecting fights and stuff. But from their perspective, they, especially Paula, kind of makes this trip twice a year. So it's kind of like almost like work. Like he goes to the city twice a year. Like it's not as big of a deal to him. He's not necessarily thinking that they're gonna get into fights with sharks and Swaggin and stuff like that as much as he's just kind of traveling with him to the city. He's gonna go visit the city, probably be back in a couple of weeks, kind of thing. Like you don't know Gull's intention entirely. He wants to go to the city. You don't know much about it past that, but so that's kind of where they're coming from. That's why they don't seem too worried about it. And you might have talked to them a little bit during the night about it. That they just think he's kind of going to town with you guys. It's probably safe to go to town with you guys.
Lovely.
Right.
Don't interrupt.
And you guys will start heading out.
All right. On the road again.
Well, sort of. We're into the ocean now.
Under the sea.
You guys will. It's going to be a pretty almost monotonous walk back, walk, swim, walk for one of you, swim for the most of you.
And literally everybody else.
I'll walk part of the way with Chowdah, chatting and pointing out
walk
different.
speed's probably like you're like, oh, this feels weird.
You actually, you almost physically can't walk on the bottom of the water. Like
I'm gonna float near him.
Like it's weird.
For
Like
most of the way.
Yeah. I guess I just mean like I'm gonna stick close to Chowdah and kind of talk to him and point out different things. And
Right, yeah, because you're teaching me nature.
yeah.
You're gonna. I mean, there's gonna be points where Gull's actually paying a lot of attention as well, but I mean, some of his interests are gonna kind of fade in and out. Like he's not as interested in the nature stuff, but some of the stuff does catch his attention because he's never been this far out of town and kind of thing.
Well,
like
and I'll
when
practice some things with him too as well. Too.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
I mean, like when you point out specific things or whatever, it'll be that's neat, that's interesting, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be a couple things that he points out as well, being more from the area and raised kind of a farmer. Like there's a lot of stuff that he's a lot more familiar with. Like I said, most of the trip is going to be relatively uneventful. About a couple hours into the third day, you're going to be kind of swimming and walking and whatnot, and you're just going to get to a point where the temperature starts to quickly drop.
Like more than normal.
Ooh.
Yeah, like you're going to be walking and like you can like feel chills coming across you after walking 10, 15, 20 feet. And you can actually kind of back up. And I mean, it's not like it's not a noticeable difference. You're gonna be like, oh, warm over here, cold over there. But you're gonna back up and you're gonna slowly feel that chill kind of leave.
Huh. Does anybody else? Do you all feel this? It's
Yeah.
Yes. I was gonna say I'm gonna look around, but I don't have dark vision.
I don't either, I guess.
Apparently.
No. But it's like I said, it's early in the morning.
It's
a little dark. It's darker here than it is, but I thought you were using the crowbar anyways.
Yeah, I have
I'm casting light.
It is a bit darker in the bottom of the kind of the forest area. I mean, it doesn't have the like forest canopy kind of thing, but just there's so much seaweed and growth and stuff that it does block out a bit of this sunlight. What little comes down here.
I'm gonna cast light on my dagger
Okay.
and hold it out in front of me.
I'm gonna take out my torch.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, good on you, Steam. Steam just popped up with an update. I'm like, I'm not updating.
thank you.
I'm in the middle of something, Steam. Shut up.
I see that. I see it update popped up.
I don't even think I have Steam up right now. Not that I ever have a chance to play video games, but whatever, I digress.
I know that's the only time I end up chatting with you is when you're playing like what is it, Salem or whatever. Anyway.
Town of Salem. I literally have not played that hardly anything since the last time I streamed.
I think it's the only time I end up kind of chatting with you is when you're streaming.
Yeah, it's terrible. Sorry.
I haven't found as much time to watch streams since summer hit and the kids are home and stuff as much, anyways. But, anyways, so what are you guys doing?
That's weird.
Uh,
Is this something you're familiar with, Darya?
I mean, I've been in waters where it's cold, and that, you know, as you gradually go, the temperature changes. But I haven't. This is just like one cold spot, right? It's not.
Well, you haven't gotten to the point where you walk through it and it gets warmer on the other side. You guys kind of it caught you off guard and you backed up, and it gets a little bit warmer as you back up.
Okay, so well, let's see how far this cold. Like, let's see if it's just a cold spot or if the water is getting colder here. Maybe there's a change on the surface. Or, I don't know.
Maybe.
So,
are we anywhere near
it's cold.
the? Because I'm remembering on our way here, we went by the whatchamacallit cave.
You haven't seen any signs of that.
Oh, so the cave's gone.
Well, you guys aren't walking on the same path. I mean, you guys aren't seasoned,
Oh.
and this isn't the ranger's natural domain either. So,
No.
like, you guys may be 4 miles away. Like, you guys may be nowhere near it. I mean, you have 100 miles of forest across, and I mean, even going in a straight line, it's hard to go exactly the same way, especially if you're not trained.
yeah.
So you guys probably wandered off in a different way. As long as you're going
Well,
west, you probably don't care a whole lot.
mm-hmm.
And there's no like active like paths and stuff because a lot of stuff swims up and doesn't actually carve paths out of the
They're
bottom.
not lame. Like, well, there's gonna be fucking paths now.
Well,
Put some M&Ms down.
It happens. You're not the only Nephros to kind of go here, and you even know of other merchant Nephros, but it's just not common enough that there's a path blazed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, should we see how far this goes? So let's see how far this goes. So can I swim to?
Are you swimming up ahead of them, or?
Yeah, probably a little bit because Chowdah can't walk as
We're
fast.
here. Actually, I walk faster than you swim.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, my walk speed is 35 now.
Since he hit level, since he hit level 2.
I'm a monk. How about I will go this way, maybe like 30, 40 feet, and you go that way 30, 40 feet, and we kind of, because it might be like, if it's like a wall, or maybe it's like a dome type of thing, or I don't know if we're trying to figure out kind of what it is.
We need to be able to see each other at all times.
Well, you'll be able to see me, because
I'm going with the monk. Because if shit goes down, the monk can help me.
What am I, chopped liver? Okay, so Goal, you're with
liver.
me.
I could chop your liver.
Okay.
Don't chop my liver, I need
I'm
that.
just kidding, I like you. Well, Alandry and MIJA can go with you. That way we're splitting the party, but at least it's evenly split.
All right. So I have
We're still in view. We're not like, I'm gonna go behind this big thing where I'm sure there's not a creepy, scary thing behind to eat me.
Right. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go in opposite directions to see how far it goes this way, and then go that way, I guess.
You got how many track tokens?
So that when we roll initiative, we're
Yeah. When we roll initiative, I'm gonna be the one in the better situation.
That's not ominous or anything.
Basically, it was Chowdah and Gawain one way, and then everyone else the other way.
Yep.
Yeah. That's evenly split because Chowdah can take on everybody all by himself.
Well, you also have Gull, who doesn't have a token.
I'm very confident of that.
Great, now I'm gonna die, guys. He's confident in me. I'm fucked. It was nice knowing all of you.
I was gonna say, it's nice knowing you.
There.
You didn't put it on ours.
I know.
Okay.
Roll perception. I'm still
Everybody?
setting. Yeah. People that are here, anyways.
Ooh,
I know. I'm still setting up. I forgot to set up. I realized that when I was.
Woohoo!
nice. High five.
I got 25.
That's what I do at work with my kids.
That's all right.
High five. Give me a high five.
Positive affirmation.
I do.
Mm.
Good job. You did so great.
Okay. No, I
But like Timmy's a fucker. Can you say fucker, Tim? No, I'm just kidding.
Wait. Now you should be.
You know what's,
what
what's
did
funny
you guys
about
get?
that? Sorry.
Oh yeah, both of you. As you guys are kind of getting closer, what was? Yeah. Jesus. All three of you are gonna see, basically directly in front of Darya's group, and so a little bit to your right side. I mean, I brought you to the map so you guys can see it now, but you're gonna see these huge frog-looking things, and I'm like, they're probably like 10 feet across, probably like 12 feet high when they're standing up, and you can see.
I
like,
can't
their
remember the
throats
name of those things, but I know what you're talking about because I was reading about them yesterday.
Okay.
They don't seem like they're doing anything except for just kind of like sitting there like frogs do, kind of like postured, like with the thing going, kind of breathing.
Do
I
those-
would suggest not fighting those things.
I wasn't intending to. But
They are a very dark blue, though.
Ooh, definitely not fighting those things.
Not to the point of being like a deep blue, but a dark blue.
okay.
I'm gonna look over at, because I mean we're not near each other, but I'm gonna look over. I assume that Gawain is looking like he's like, oh shit, and I'm gonna look over to her group. Is she like looking? I see her looking, and
Yeah,
pretty
you
much
can-
the same. Okay.
Yeah, you can see them.
Then I'll actually start walking back towards her.
Okay.
I guess because I don't know what the fuck they are. So
Can we try talking to them, maybe?
does anybody know what they are?
Roll
No
nature.
idea.
I'm gonna roll nature.
I'm just naughty by nature. But not because I hate you.
Yes. I rolled a 20.
Me too. Yay!
Good
Actually-
job.
I rolled a 17, but
Okay,
dirty 20.
Chowdah, you're gonna know that they're toads of some sort. What kind? You're gonna have no idea.
Don't lick them.
I mean, 14's not that far off that it's gonna be like you have no idea what they are.
Right.
It's close enough that you recognize kind of their species. What variation they are, you don't know.
Okay.
Some
kind of toad.
Gawain and Darya, both of you are gonna recognize that they are giant ice toads.
Ice toads.
They are not quite human intelligence, but they are smart enough to communicate. But they have their own kind of like guttural, weird, basic language that
Oh,
you have no idea anything about it. But you do know that they have a language and they're capable of speech without, like, speak with animals and stuff.
So we need MIJA to understand languages.
Oh, because I'm a frog.
No, because you have that spell, understand languages.
Oh, yeah.
Because, duh.
But I mean, you are.
You are. a frog.
That doesn't.
You're at closer ballpark than I am.
That it's mostly for reading. I mean, I'll understand what they're saying, but they won't understand what I'm saying. It doesn't work two ways.
Okay.
Would Alandry, he is a sea elf, or is that only
Let me double check. I think it has an intelligence limit on it.
cap?
Yeah. So let me double check his character sheet.
I only have 3
Because
languages.
I remember him. Well, he complained about us, because we didn't try to talk to the eel.
He complains about everything we do.
I know,
Yeah, that's kind of his shtick.
except for you, apparently, Potato. Apparently, he doesn't complain about you. He's like, it's fine, guys. He's fine. Running away, doing shit on his own. He's fine, guys.
Apparently, I didn't write it down.
He's trying to be nicer, but only where Gawain's concerned. Because you and I pick on him too much, I think.
Oh, I don't even. You have no idea.
Yeah, I should write that down.
Mm.
Using gestures and sound, you can communicate simple ideas with any beast that has innate speed.
Wow. Yeah. So
He
that's yeah.
I thought it had
Alright.
an intelligence cap, but yeah, he can.
That's actually really cool.
The one time he's not freaking here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess are they? Do you
Let me have him roll.
the people that know more about the like? You know, there are creatures that are predators. Is it a predator type? Is it a like where does it kind of sit on the? I mean, it's it's the ocean, so everything eats something. But is it the one?
Well,
it's not. Is it like a shark or is it?
You don't know enough about frogs. I mean, you've got the basic idea, but you know the basic idea of little frogs. If bigger frogs eat bigger prey, probably.
That's why I'm asking them.
No, I know.
Yeah.
They're especially Darya will know. I mean, being a ranger, you're a little bit more aware of. I mean, you actually, I think you're proficient in nature, so that kind of represents like actual like learning and training in it. Beasts tend to be don't tend to have an alignment. They tend to be not even neutral, just not even really aligned at all. Like morality is kind of beyond them. They do what they need to survive. You don't know enough about these toads, but you don't if they're like normal toads, which you have no reason to assume they're not just going to mindlessly eat you, especially if they're smart, but you don't know if they're hungry, they're not going to think much of it.
Right. Okay. So can I don't have any sort of language to talk to them.
They will regret eating me. Let me tell you what. I will just claw the shit out of their insides.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if they're no threat to us, can we just walk on by?
Well, I mean, we can communicate and walk by maybe.
Yeah.
Alandry, he likes talking to animals. He likes talking to fish. He's like Aquaman.
Do you want me to try and talk to them, or you want to try and skirt around?
I think as long as we're moving at them, we don't have any weapons out. We're not being aggressive or anything. I don't see why not. I mean,
it's just like meeting a person.
Yeah, we didn't get the chance. We didn't give you the chance to talk to the eel. So I feel it's at least fair to give the opportunity to try to communicate with.
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else, this is an experience for us who don't know anything about
10
other creatures.
frogs.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't know anything about.
Well, I mean, I know. I meant like the Gawain and DARYA know a bit, but.
Well, what do you want me to?
Just I guess that
we're communicate.
We're friends, and then we could just
you guys
pass on
move
by.
back over.
Yeah, we're just passing through.
Oh, I don't have control of my token. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't
Why
either.
not?
I don't either.
I have a stang.
Well, delete it and drag your own tokens, I guess. And just set them there. I don't know why it does that when I drag it. It should just give you control of it, but just drag your own tokens, I guess. Why did it do that? Why the fuck didn't your token work?
Because in my thing, it's just the picture. It's not a token.
Mine isn't either.
Yeah, I put it in the token slot, so it didn't change your actual art.
I have no idea then. No, because on last night, Thazar's is a token now. It's not a picture.
I know. If you hit edit, your avatar is still the same picture, but the default token is supposed to be a token. Darius came up fine. Well, you guys are back here.
Oh yeah, I just pulled it out. I didn't.
Mine works just fine. Oh God, those things are huge.
Large, actually.
Yeah, you don't want to fight huge things. Tell you what. A 15-foot reach.
I have storm giants.
I said no, thank you. I said good day, sir.
I said good day.
Good day, sir. Good day.
Yeah. Worst case, I get eaten by a toad, and then I have to claw my way.
What does Alandry want to do? Is the question.
Well, especially since he's not here, and I don't want to speak for this character, saying I don't know what we should say to it. So if somebody wants to come with and kind of nod in the direction of the ranger,
Yeah.
I can try and communicate, and we can see what we want to say.
Yeah. I'm there with you.
And it's not like an actual language, and you'll probably understand this a little bit. You're not familiar with Druidic, but you probably get the idea of it. It's motions and gestures and stuff like that. Like, it's not a full language. It's kind of emoting and a little bit.
I've probably picked up bits and pieces of different languages in my travels, but I only fluently speak 3.
Okay. Well, he'll walk up a bit, and as I kind of expect you're kind of near him. Why don't you guys stay back?
Yep.
Just in case this goes bad.
I will detach my cart, just in case I have to run over.
Okay.
Are you coming up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm here.
Where's there?
Oh, Darya's a ranger. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Whole time.
All day, every day.
Every day.
Okay, so he's gonna go until he's about in his dark range, and he's gonna, I mean, technically you can see him, it's day, but he's gonna try and communicate. What do you want to say, I guess?
Hail and well met. And just that we're traveling through, and just greetings, and that we're just peaceful travelers.
Okay, you're gonna hear him try and communicate. I don't know.
Damn it! I would pay to see Galen.
Oh my god.
I would pay to see him actually roleplay that out.
Oh my god.
You're gonna all hear loud, like
He would
and
too.
croaking. I can't croak. I don't have a good croak, but like you're gonna hear the croaking. Yeah. And it's. I have a recording of frogs fucking croaking if I want, but
True. That's true.
Oh, that's the wrong character. I had his. I'm gonna do this.
Oh, baby.
I will give him advantage on this roll because you are kind of here actively trying to help him out a little bit and tell him what to say and stuff like that. It turns out charisma is not his forte.
Just like real life.
Ooh.
Just like me.
Ooh. It's a good thing these toads are here because that was a sick burn.
Because they're ice toads.
Yeah. They're pretty cool.
Got it.
Super chill, guys. Super chill.
You're almost gonna hear like a quick patter of the crows. After they kind of communicate for a bit, and Landry's gonna look at you and and say, "We should go."
Okay. Did that not go very well?
There's essentially kind of giving the thing of "go away" or "we'll eat you."
Oh well, then let's go.
So
Yeah, let's go around them.
Yeah, let's. Okay.
Or-
So, peace
I mean,
out.
there's plenty of room around them.
Peace out. We got a whole fucking ocean.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
are you guys gonna try and like stealth around him, or just give him a huge berth?
We're
Yeah,
just.
huge berth.
I think a wide berth is a good idea.
Okay. You guys can just kind of back out. It's realistically, it's not going to take that long because it's probably, 100 yards. You're going to have to go back and go a huge kind of swath around and then kind of return back. And honestly, you don't even need to kind of double back. As long as you're heading east, you can kind of go out and then just go west. From there, and you're probably fine. You don't even necessarily need to go back because you weren't following a trail anyways.
Right.
So go 200 feet north and then just keep heading west or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's do that. That's a good idea.
Sure.
Okay. So you'll probably be on edge for probably about 20 minutes, worrying that they're gonna kind of sneak up on you, especially DARYA and ALANDRY.
I'm not worried about them sneaking up on us.
Yeah, not
It
necessarily.
gets really cold. We know they're coming.
I'm thinking about the long
No,
term.
I know, but
Frog
well,
Town.
I'm not necessarily like sneaking up on you, but like looking over your shoulder, thinking they're gonna come, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at some point, you're going to be traveling for probably a good 20, 30 minutes. And the sense of if they would have done something, they would have come after you now. They're not going to let you get this far away and then have to chase you this far. Like, it just doesn't make sense, especially to DARYA. That's not how predators function. It
Right.
doesn't benefit them to spend more calories to catch their prey. It benefits them to spend as little calories. So if they really were hungry and wanted to eat you or whatever, they had the perfect opportunity when ALANDRY was sitting there trying to communicate with them.
They're not like cats. They don't enjoy the chase.
Even cats, to some extent, they're only going to put out so much energy.
Yeah.
And house cats are spoiled. But yeah, it's that kind of thing. Like, they're not going to expend. So after a bit, you're going to get past them. I mean, the sense of, not dread, but threat and stuff is going to kind of ease as you guys think, you're kind of past it.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So,
Okay. We're going to stop looking over our shoulders.
Yeah.
As
But,
much.
Other than that, the rest of your travel actually goes relatively quiet. It's actually relatively calm seas. You're going to see one morning there's going to be a large kind of like what the hell are they called? I think they're called pack? Not a pack.
Odd.
No, what are horses called? Herd?
No.
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that what they're...
Because I think seahorses are called the same thing. A large kind of group, it doesn't really matter, a large group of little seahorses that are going to
stampede.
Are going to kind of go through early in one morning. And you probably sit there and play with them. I mean, they're relatively peaceful and a little playful. Like they, do like seahorses do. They wrap around your finger and before kind of swimming off.
A group of seahorses is known as a fry.
A fry. A seahorses?
And horses in general are called either a team, a harass, a stable, a troop.
What's his?
Or
Maybe seahorses
orang.
are known as fry.
Well, it's on MIJA now.
Herd.
Fire spells, fry these seahorses.
Sorry, I was just.
Some seahorse fricassee.
Oh.
Just kidding.
But other than that, that's going to be kind of a highlight of your trip. Is kind of seeing these little
Horsing around. Yeah, pretty cool.
a large gathering of seahorses just kind of moseying on through.
Mosey on through. And just one sea elf just...
No, it's a pixie in chaps.
Oh, right. That's
A little sea pixie.
Pixie. With just does the hat tip.
I'm gonna have a girly moment and go, "Oh, they're so adorable."
Oh my god!
Well, they are. It is nice. I mean, one of those things that it just happens. And it's as long as you don't actively try and attack them or anything, they'll just kind of peacefully kind of go through. And anybody who calmly goes out there and you can go and kind of play with them in a little bit before they kind of go off. But like I said, that's kind of a highlight of the return trip. But you guys will otherwise uneventfully make your way back to the city of Lannis.
Okay.
You guys will pull up on the eastern side of Lannis.
Say, well, here you go, Gull. Welcome to Lannis.
Mm-hmm.
Bright lights and a big city.
Well, lights and...
Oh, okay.
What?
Missy said technical difficulties.
Okay.
what time of day do we get back?
A little bit before midday.
Oh, so we can
because
actually
it's 100 miles. You make 20-ish
24.
miles a day. So yeah, even at a relaxed pace.
How many days did it take us? I'm sorry.
You're getting there on the 5th, about midday in the 5th day.
Okay.
So we could actually probably just go straight to the what's his name?
Crush.
I thought we would go back to, since we actually have the contract specifically with the city.
Oh, to Blue.
His name. Yeah, Blue.
I mean, and then we could go talk to Crush after. I mean, he's old. He might know things about.
Yeah. We should probably talk to the person that employed us first, though.
Well, the person that's paying us.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Hand it over.
Give me that money. It's with like claws, so it's like, give me that money.
I need them bags or that money.
It's a tiny hand. Give me the money.
Okay. So you're gonna just immediately kind of get into town and go over that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gull's gonna separate, but he's gonna ask, where are you guys located? Where are you guys gonna be located?
I would give him the name of the place we've been staying.
The Inn.
The Inn.
The Inn, yeah. I was thinking, for some reason, I was thinking it's called the Pearl Inn, but the Inn.
No, it's the Inn. I have kind of a weird thing with the Koto, where I kind of have a lot of their buildings and named really weird things, like the now I'm blanking on it. What the hell is the name of?
I'm gonna start one. It's gonna be called the Pink Clam Inn.
I have it written out somewhere. Damn it.
Pink Clammin.
Yep.
Clammin.
Or the Pink Pearl Inn.
Oh, locations in Atlantis. There it is. The original Chum Bucket, which doesn't sound that weird, but there's two of them, and they're located incredibly opposite of each other, and they do exactly the same thing, and they're owned by twin brothers. It's just weird shit like that I kind of have
Makes sense.
I don't know, it's,
Giving
stupid
flavor
outlet.
to the city.
Yeah. So you're okay. So the inn, and he'll kind of probably walk with you a little bit before, until you guys kind of get to the bridge and head over into the official thing. And then he'll kind of, at that point, probably separate and kind of go wander around and look around.
Okay. You just go straight to the.
Okay. You'll go in, and you can see it's actually, there's a couple people kind of sitting in the waiting room area. But he'll come in and he'll... fuck the cameras. 1 second. I fucked up all the cameras.
Oh my god! Now we all change backgrounds. We just. It's like I have a sliding thing that's just. This is a different background.
I'm not very good at it. I'm getting a little bit of practice as people don't show up. I need to find where
Pretty good.
Give me a second. Oh, wait. Adjust, and then she's going to come back right as I finish.
Yep.
That's amazing. Oh, that's the wrong spot. 1, 2, 3. Then, fuck. There you are. I don't even know who the hell you are. Oh, fuck, mine's fucked up too. Technical difficulties. I wish this was easier. Or maybe I just wish I was better at it. I wish I was taller. I wish I was a baller.
I wish I had a girl. If I did, I would call her.
Yeah.
I couldn't, actually. Mandy! She's like, what? I'm like, nothing. Making a joke. Worth it. I love you. Please. Because
Boop. Oh man, I need to mess with mine too.
just glare at me from. I have a curtain now covering my window.
I'm still working on rearranging this room. One of these days, I'll get my life together.
One of these days.
Well, it's just because I had a sign that said, like, recording, please be quiet.
Yeah.
Please shut the fuck up. I mean,
Yeah, that's the polite way. And then, but the tape on it was fading, so I didn't want to have to keep fucking making a new one. No, I just installed like a curtain rod on my door because I have like a glass, like
ceiling?
one of those like scales.
Glass elevator? Okay.
Yeah, obviously I have a glass elevator.
It flies and everything.
It does.
Anyways,
And it teleports.
so you guys will get to there. There'll be a couple people. You'll see Blue come out and talk with somebody. He'll notice you. He'll actually like, I'll be right with you. I need to do one more person.
I love his voice.
And then it's not consistent though. And then he'll kind of walk somebody else back, and it'll be like 5-10 minutes, and then he'll come back. He actually does jump you ahead of another group that's there, but he'll kind of bring you back into his office a little bit further in. What? You're muted.
Me?
Oh no, I'm
Oh.
sorry. I was talking to myself because I was playing with the dice and I rolled like.
Don't do that.
Because you're number one, Daria.
Exactly.
So I don't know entirely the details.
Okay.
I assume you were successful.
Yes. We took care of all of the Sahuagin that we could find.
Yes, we.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know there was. You're going to go need to confirm with Commander Crush. He'll get word back to me, and then I will be able to get you paid. But I will send delivery to you. Where do you plan to be staying?
The inn.
Oh, I see.
Is there a problem?
Got cold in here. He's throwing some shade.
Right? It is.
No, it's not that he has a problem with it. It's just like he almost kind of ups his little froggy nose a little bit.
Oh, well, do
Kinda
you have
thing.
accommodations for us at your home?
Shit's going down. I'm yelling timber.
I have plenty of room on my lily pad. No,
Deal.
no I'm just kidding.
I'm so there.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, it's not
he's single, so it's not a bachelor pad. It's a lily pad. That's if it's a woman. If you're a single woman, it's a lily pad.
Perfect sense.
all the single women. Lily pad.
Anyway. Okay. We can go talk with Commander Crush.
I'll start the paperwork, and as soon as I get confirmation and what the payment should be, I will send that immediately.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Blue.
A pleasure. Safe travels.
Dave, paperwork?
Well,
I'm literally just backing out. Like, I don't know.
okay. We'll take your word for it.
Okay, and then we'll head over to Commander Crush. Crush.
He'll come back out. He'll be right behind you and he'll call out other people as almost right behind you. You guys will walk back down and through, and back down the tunnel. Is Gawain going this time, or is he staying outside still?
Nah, that guy creeps me out.
Okay. I don't know if Missy is going or not, so I'm going to say
probably not, because she didn't.
She's timid, so she probably doesn't want to see the 60-foot tall lobster.
Yeah, but Darya's going.
That's true.
So she's probably going to kind of just tag along behind Darya. So I'm just going to go with that for right now.
And she's probably less scared of me now that she spent 5 days with me. I'm only scary if you piss me off.
Okay, so you guys go down the kind of the spiral stairs and down into the thing. You see him there, a little bit off. The first time he was kind of in the back of the tunnel. This time he's off a little bit to the right. You kind of come in and see the side of him in the back of his tail a little bit. And he's still the same kind of dark purple, deep purple.
Purple rain.
Smoke in the water.
I know.
Anyways.
Fire in the sky.
You're welcome.
I was gonna start singing Purple Rain.
2 days in a row getting stuck in people's head. Anyways. You're actually gonna see him addressing and communicating with a couple other Nephros.
Okay. Is there a waiting area or something, or
no?
Okay. Well, I'll just essentially just stand where he can obviously see me and patiently wait for him to be done doing what he's doing.
Okay.
I'm also going to brace just in case he decides to move quickly because he doesn't know we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
Because he is kind of big and scary.
I'm gonna direct MIJA to kind of hide behind CHOWDAH.
I'll just get on his back and just punch him a lot.
Right?
Right. Yes.
Pinch him.
Our armor class doesn't go up, which I think is the only negative.
Huh. Smoke.
Technically, he's still a medium-sized creature according to D&D.
That's true.
Even though he's gargantuous.
Yeah.
Technically, he's only medium.
What the hell is a large creature then? Jeez.
Not a centaur.
20 foot or more?
I know. He technically is, but according to 5th edition rules, he can be whatever the hell he wants. So they start as medium, even though it started as small size category. And then he grows. And plus, as trying to set up a character race, I didn't want to have to complicate it with age and shit like that. So for game mechanics, it's just medium. So he's technically a medium size category.
He's pushing the fucking limits of medium.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. He is the limit. Every year
That's true. The limit
literally
is
holding the limit down.
That's true.
He's holding the ceiling up.
That's fair.
You're gonna actually see some of the other Nephros guards notice you first, and one of them's gonna approach you. And these are full size, probably 6-7 feet tall. Can I help you?
We were finished with the mission that Commander Crush sent us on, so we're returning.
What mission was that?
To the detailed stuff.
He'll let me go check, and he'll go back, and you'll hear them talk for a few minutes, and then he'll come back. Okay. Is there anything you needed, or you're just coming back to confirm?
Confirm. And we went and talked to Blue, but he said that we have to talk to.
Okay. We'll communicate with you. And I assume you're here for payment and stuff as well, but he handles that, so we'll get that situated. I'm sure if you've already gone and talked to him, he's probably already taken down information, so.
Correct. Okay.
You'll hear from him.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Unless you had something else.
Nope.
No, that's it.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go back to the inn and wait then, or no, we're gonna go see the witch lady, right?
Lana's Arcana.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Because we do have the other.
The bell thing.
This,
I know.
Missy identified it though.
Yeah,
I thought
I know.
she couldn't get. I thought she couldn't get.
Yeah, but Lana couldn't either.
So she did identify, not legend lore.
Basically, is there even a legend lore anymore?
Yeah, there is.
I think it's a much higher level spell though, and it's a lot more expensive to cast.
Well, I got a little bit of monies.
Yeah, it's 5th level. Jesus.
It always was a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where were you guys headed then? I mean, you do pop up right by Lana's Arcana and what's the name of the bookstore? You see, that's where I'm not good at. I don't even remember the name of my own damn cities. Fantastic Stories, which I don't know if you guys have been. I think Darya is a little bit more familiar with the city. That one's not like spells or anything. That's like literally like novels and books like that. So where were you guys headed then?
I guess back to the inn.
Yeah.
I don't know who we would discuss what we found with.
Well, is there some sort of library or some sort of place where we could do research on maybe what we found?
Yeah, I mean, I really want to.
Not strictly. You guys know, a lot of the arcane stuff, is kept kind of, almost kept not control of, but a lot of it's kind of kept in house. A lot of the prominent people come up in Arcana and decide to stick around. The kind of the court of King Lannis kind of, kind of consumes it and pulls it into his kind of court, and they kind of keep the Arcana stuff. You'd be able to check any of the temples, though.
Okay.
Which is probably more what you're looking for anyways.
Yeah.
What was
But I'm gonna...
I think the biggest temple in town was the Temple of Poseidon, which is the god that, as far as you are aware, Gawain worships.
I follow. Yay!
So I'm going to turn to everybody. I'm going to say we should probably keep this to ourselves because there was a reason that the Sahuagin were wanting this, and we might find somebody in the city that might try to do the same thing or something like that.
Okay.
What do you think?
Makes sense. I mean, we could always I didn't think of it while we were there, but we could maybe bring it up to Commander Crush. Maybe he might know more, or know somebody who we could talk to that.
Gawain?
Mm-hmm.
Are you in agreement?
With what?
We're going to keep this quiet.
Oh, yeah.
So that nobody tries to take it and use it for nefarious reasons.
Oh, no, I don't want anyone stealing this bell. I want to destroy it.
Okay.
So where are you headed then?
Do you want to go to the temple, or do you want to go to the inn and wait for Blue's?
Well, I assume it's going to take a little while.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't actually, considering that Gawain is already, you mentioned something about temples. Gawain could go to Temple of Poseidon and to talk to them about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because and I could go back to Commander Crush and see if he knows somebody I could talk to.
Okay. Can we fully trust Commander Crush?
I feel like if we couldn't trust him, there's not a lot we could do to stop him. So.
Right. So, well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, should we talk to him?
I mean, he's city guard. I think he's pretty trustworthy.
I've never met a corrupt politician in my life.
Not a politician.
I've never met a corrupt police officer either.
Now you being racist. I'm kidding.
How is that racist?
I don't know. But he is the one who gave us the kind of direct us in that direction. So, I mean,
Okay.
maybe he's part of it, and maybe he wanted us to get it so that he didn't have to go get it, or.
Well,
But he would in theory know the people who we could.
I trust your judgment, and yeah, I trust your judgment. So
Okay.
I think you should do what you feel you have to do, and I will go, I guess, with Gawain to the temple.
Okay.
I don't feel like the temple. We should tell them about it.
No, we're not telling anybody. We're just gonna look through some scrolls and see if there's any information.
Ah.
We're not gonna tell anybody anything.
Hmm.
We're just gonna look and see if we can find some scrolls or whatever and find information.
I don't know if they would have anything. I mean, I could ask them. I can definitely ask them.
Well, temples temples generally have libraries and things like that, books of lore and all that, right?
They tend to be more specific to their own religions, but they do.
Yeah. So maybe we can just go through to a few different temples. Start with Poseidon, and we know the god. We know the name of the god, but we don't know the god, right?
Yeah.
No, you don't know the name of the god technically.
Oh, okay.
See if,
only know
see
the
if they
holy
have
symbol.
anything on destroying.
No, I thought when she identified it, she got the name.
Oh, that's right. When she identified the item.
Okay, so we know the name, so maybe we can find a temple to that god or a god that is associated with that one.
Oh, I did change it.
Or
See if they have anything on destroying arcane artifacts. At least.
yeah, they have that lying around all over the place.
Totally.
It's actually in the like $1 DVD section. You could just rent it for a week.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say it's in the $5 bin.
Well, it's $5 if you
Well,
want to buy it, $1 if you want to rent it.
Chowdah
Right?
thinks a lot less of it apparently.
Well, it's renting versus buying.
I was just laughing.
I'm being
at the fact that
fiscally
we
responsible. Also, I'm a businessman, so you know.
I was laughing at that we had the same
Yeah.
similar thoughts.
Same ballpark.
All right. So is there a temple in the city?
Oh yeah, the Temple of Poseidon's the biggest temple
Yeah,
in the
and
city.
it's directly across from, like, you come out of the tunnel, and it's this big dome. It's the biggest.
Is there a temple in the city to that particular god or some like sect of worshippers that we might find?
Probably not
to
Velstrom.
Murdane?
Whichever one. I think that's the one.
No.
Nah.
No, okay. All right, that was my question. Okay, to the Temple of Poseidon then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 6 temples in town.
Okay.
So, okay. So you're going to walk right to it. You're going to walk straight ahead.
I'm gonna pull out my necklace of Poseidon.
Okay. You're going to walk a bit. Are all 3 of you going? Or all,
No, just me and Daria.
Just you and Daria.
And
Probably me.
possibly
You were going to Crushes.
I am.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to the Temple of Poseidon. And you're walking. You're going to see a Triton there. And it looks like not a super young, but a relatively young, kind of low-ranking priest.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, can you direct us to the library?"
What do you need in the library?
Oh, I just want to look around and see if there's anything on destroying ancient artifacts that are evil.
He's super great at keeping secrets.
Yeah, apparently. We would just like to do some research if that's at all possible.
Okay. He's gonna give a weird look to Gawain.
I'm gonna say, don't listen to him. He's been taking the lush weed.
But yeah. Follow me. And he'll walk by and kind of go, because it spirals a bit, and some of it goes down and some of it goes up a bit. Obviously up a bit only has so much, but that's kind of where the main kind of section is. Gawain probably is a little bit more familiar with that though. Like, it kind of spirals around, and the top section is kind of where the prayer and like rituals but he's going to actually take you down kind of the spiral a bit, and kind of it's going to change out of the kind of building structure that it is, like this kind of smooth coral, and change actually into stone. It's going to open up into a big circular room that's going to open up into it's weird because it's not like a typical library, because you need to water flows through it. So essentially it's a bunch of like bars almost, and there's like clips, so there's like ropes, like because the books tend to have like little ropes that come off of them, and the library the shelves are essentially like clips. You kind of clip it on, and there's just going to be a large area of that kind of spirals around and goes up a bit and down a bit. It very much does kind of look kind of like the inside of a shell kind of look to it, but
okay.
Yeah, that is, I guess.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm immediately gonna go to the section on dragons. Start reading.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Both of us?
Yeah. Are you going to stick together, or are you just going to wander around? Okay.
I'm good. I was going to start looking around for just, whatever might.
You think libraries are neat? I mean, you didn't critically fail or anything, but it's kind of a neat concept. You kind of wish rangers and druids had a better way of keeping track of their thing. You're looking for dragons. You're going to find a little bit about it. It's going to talk a bit about what blue and black, I think. A bit more. Black, green, bronze, and gold are going to be the ones that they talk about the most, but there's not a lot of information because dragons just don't get down here very often. But anything you find is on those 4 colors. Little tidbits that you find, because those are the only ones that can breathe underwater. So those are. And
are any of them strong enough to destroy an artifact?
And as species, you have no idea. There's nothing that even talks about it.
Like, what are their breaths and everything?
Blue. What? Blue is
ice.
Black is no. Blue's
black is poison.
Black is green. Black is acid. Green is
acid. Acid sounds hopeful.
But bronze. Bronze is cold, I think. Could be wrong. I know gold is fire. I don't know offhand all of them. It's really a lore question. I can ride off fucking Mundane facts, but I don't know dragon breath weapons.
And then I'm gonna start reading about undersea volcanoes and stuff. See if there's any place that we can dump this that would destroy it.
Okay.
Like looking up maps and things.
And nautical maps and stuff of the region.
Yeah.
None pop up. Underwater, at least. There is the closest volcano to you is about 200 miles to the east in CHOWDAH.
Isn't that where the temple was that got destroyed by the Kraken?
No. He wasn't in Chult.
Okay.
It's way further north. In the northeast.
I'd say that's a good place to go, though. That's like if you dump it in the volcano, there's no way. I don't think anyone's going to be able to retrieve it.
Would you know what a volcano is? I mean, would that be something?
It's
we
on
would
the
know?
map.
I think concept of it. I mean,
There are undersea volcanoes.
Quite true.
all of them start underwater. I guess not technically all of them, but a lot of them start underwater, and then eventually you have land on top.
Forms islands.
What?
I used to live on one of those islands.
In fact, and not even to point out the fact that he probably has an idea of them at least. The steps that you guys were going on that I was kind of talking about, I have a specific name for them. Square squid steps. Which is at best, it seems dumb now, but I think I had a point to it. Those are actually volcanic runoff that are just end up kind of, for some reason, this far down end up being really super flat and pushing out. That's what forms the steps, is volcanic runoff. So that whole cave system that you were in until you got to the library was all volcanic rock. It was basalt. That's why he's...
Interesting.
So I take that map.
Okay.
And I circled the volcano, and I go over to Darya and I think this is where we need to go.
Why do we need to go there?
Because there's a volcano there. We can chuck the evil, terrible thing in the volcano.
No good, very bad artifact.
Really, really, I don't like this thing at all. The longer we keep it, the more unsettling it becomes.
Okay. Well, we should talk to CHOWDAH and see what he thinks. We need to figure out what the second one is exactly, though. We don't know exactly what it does, right?
It very similar effects except with divination.
Oh yeah, we know the name of it, though.
It empowers divination spells.
We know the name of it,
Very
though.
similar. It doesn't necessarily have the same effect because there's a lot more like attack spells for like necromancy, but it empowers kind of similarly divination style spells.
What's the name of the deity again?
Murdain.
Okay, so I'm gonna look for books on Murdain.
Okay. Roll an investigation.
I'm just wandering around the library because apparently
shit.
I don't know what the heck is going on.
You don't find anything. There's not a damn thing in this library.
On Murdain.
Yeah.
Well, that was useful.
Yeah?
As long as no one sees me with the map.
The map. It's the map. It's
Mm-hmm.
There's a place you gotta get. I can get you there your Vex on the map.
on the map.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave with the map.
Roll a stealth.
What?
Roll a stealth.
Stealth 12.
You have to kind of stow it. Okay. Almost immediately, you're going to kind of go out, and you're not allowed to actually leave with anything in the library. You can spend the time and make a copy if you'd like, but you're not allowed to leave with it.
Okay. I'm gonna. Does Darya have anything? Anything that would help us make a copy of it? Because if not, I'm just gonna
I don't have any paper or anything, no. Mija does, and Mija's with us, so Mija has.
Yeah, she probably would.
She took all those scrolls and everything.
Yeah, she took a bunch of empty scrolls.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Mija does.
Okay. You can take it depends on how good of a quality you want. I mean, you can just kind of get a rough, like, 5-year-old drawing, like, circle, 200 miles, volcano here. Or you can actually try and have a little bit more detailed, or it's up to you.
What do I roll for that? Would it be sleight of hand?
No, it's a specific skill, cartography.
Do you have cartography?
So basically roll a d20, I guess. Unless you have it.
What?
It's not a skill.
D20.
Yeah.
14.
Okay. No, yeah, I mean, with a 14 and 18, you guys will be able to do a pretty decent mapping of it.
Okay.
A better... I mean, it's not going to be professional, because you just don't have the training to do a super professional. But it's well enough that it's mostly to scale. It's good enough for your purposes.
Yeah.
Yay.
It looks better than the 5-year-old drew it.
So we're gonna put the other map back and then take the copy.
Okay.
That Darya drew.
For what it's worth, that cleric, like, once you kind of went back in, like, he didn't have any reason to doubt you or anything. He was just kind of clarifying rules and stuff. So as soon as you went back in, he kind of wandered off. I mean, with a 12, I'm like, you're in a temple full of priests who focus on wisdom. Like, a 12's not very high.
Yeah.
Their passives easily pick that.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you have that map.
All right. Well, let's go find CHOWDAH and ALANDRY and see what they say.
Okay. You were going back down to the Commander Crush.
Yep.
I mean, it's only been probably half an hour, so he's still kind of sitting over where he was, talking with a bunch of not commanders, but a bunch of other of the Nephros guards.
Okay.
They'll notice you again. And with you by yourself, they're going to be a little less official. They're just going to kind of wave you over.
Okay. I'll kind of meander over.
What can we do for you?
So when our first mission that we got, we went and we took care of the Sawagan down in the depth, or whatever it's called. And we found an item called Velsharoon's Bell. And then this mission that we just finished, there was some kind of structure that was under, like, it was unearthed somehow, but it was like underground. And we found a second item similar to the first called Murdun's Bell. And I knew of something possibly similar when I was at my monastery up north. And I'm just curious if you guys know, specifically, Commander Crush, because he's know anything about this or anything about somebody who might. Also, I'm remembering now. Do you know anything about the primordial progenerator?
I know nothing about that. Mundane. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I know she used to be a god. I think she died. And this was well before I was even born. Which is a long time. I think Umberlee had something to do with it. That might be a good place to try and find more information on it.
Okay. Umberlee. maybe they know something about this. One of the Sawagan we killed. In my head, he said something about primordial progenitor, that I will never see the primordial progenitor. And maybe they might know something about that too.
Well, they underestimate a Nephros lifespan.
Oh.
Nothing I'm familiar with.
He's like the
No.
rock eater from Neverending Story.
Not what I was going for, but it's not that far off, yeah. I was going for kind of the large kind of, because they have to speak slow. I mean, it just takes longer for their vocal cords and stuff to function. But yeah, it's functionally...
Strong claws. They do a D100 at that point.
Man, I can't believe I got Sassy to name her horse that. What the hell's the name of the horse in that movie?
Artax?
Cartax, yeah. In
Rest
that
in
one
peace.
shot that I ran on their channel,
Yeah.
I got her to name her horse that.
And then you weren't able to kill it.
I
Which
know.
is really unfortunate.
Now to combat is a hell of a feat. Anyways, sorry, back to this.
Okay, I can. Is there a temple to Umberly in the city?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
There's six temples.
Mm.
4,
Okay.
5. Let me double check that. 4 or 5. I mean 5 or 6.
Helpful. And I will.
Yeah, Poseidon, Deep, Seychella, and Andros are the kind of bigger ones, and then the Sea Mother, Blipdulpoople, Umberly, and Oral. And Sea Mother and Blipdulpoople is the same person. I just like the name. Blipdulpoople, Umberly, and Oral.
Okay, I will say goodbye and then head out.
Oral's my favorite god because she sounds kinky.
Docs too much is a problem. Very mouthy, that one.
I was playing Icewind Dale, and she's one of the gods mentioned earlier in that. Anyways,
Okay, yeah, I'll make my way towards the Umberly Temple.
okay, it's actually behind the Temple of Poseidon. It's this like kind of small. It's actually kind of a combined temple of Umberly and Oral together.
Do we see him as he's coming out, or do we meet on the way?
Yeah, I mean you'll kind of see him moseying on because he walks right by it. Probably looking around a little bit because he doesn't know exactly where it is.
I'm gonna follow him. I'm
So
gonna be like,
you'll see them kind of sitting outside the Temple of Poseidon by the time you get back and chatting amongst each other and looking at one of the scrolls that they actually took from the library.
We took it? I thought we copied
Not the other library, the library of Verdane.
it. Okay.
The Library of Lang, obviously.
mm-hmm.
MTG, reference.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you guys will see each other. You guys are looking at the map, and you'll see Chowdah kind of walk up, and he
Okay.
has Alandry with him.
Is this before or after he goes into the temple?
This is after you guys get out of it. This is after you guys leave the Temple of Poseidon before he makes it to the Temple of Umberly. Because he doesn't know exactly where it is. He said it was behind the Temple of Poseidon. And he's kind of coming at the area and looking around a bit.
Okay.
And he kind of walks in. Not walks in, but you guys meet each other there.
So-
Where you going, jackass?
I'm gonna be like,
Right,
hey!
I'm bright white. How did you not see me? Hello. He told me to go talk to the Umberly Church or Temple to see what they might know.
What a coinky dink, because I want to go there too.
Okay.
Okay.
Did he tell you where that might be?
Right behind Poseidon.
Oh, well, this is a Poseidon, so maybe we'll go around to the back.
Okay. That's what I was looking for.
Yay. All right, so walk around to the back.
Okay. It's on the northeastern side of it, but I mean, you kind of loop around and it's right there. You'll see it. It's kind of got the markings and stuff outside. It really is like it's probably 1/20th of the size, and it's a temple that's combined with those two gods inside it. They're the smallest and least worshipped gods in this city.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cozy
Oh.
on it.
Where's the kid at this point?
You haven't run back into him yet.
Oh. Darn it!
You guys separated when you guys went in, and he's wandering around. You don't know where he is.
I guess I'll walk in and walk up to
Okay.
the first Tracy type person.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I put up my symbol of Poseidon.
It is actually a half elf woman.
Okay.
okay.
Hello.
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 Commander Crush.
You look lost.
No, this is exactly where I need to be. Commander Crush told me to come ask you about Murdane. Are you familiar with the god Murdane at all?
You say that, and like you can see like a small like smirk kind of crack. Every priest of Umberly is familiar with Murdane. It's in our basic teachings. What happens to those who oppose Umberly in the long term?
Okay.
What about her?
So we found an item, and it is called Murdane's Bell.
Well, that seems most useless.
I know we're trying to. You might be motivated to destroy it.
We also found something similar before that, called Velsharoon's Bell.
Another fool. Well, you get the kind of the tone.
No,
that
he's
she's
not. He
just-
was an amazing god. Fuck you.
She's just being bitchy
character.
and kind of condescending.
I know.
Well,
Don't talk shit about my god, bitch. I mean,
The what?
she's an elf, so
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Triton was kind of being condescending to him a little bit. I mean, it didn't really come across because he didn't talk a whole lot, but he was kind of looking down and giving Gawain an odd look. But
that's because Gawain opened his mouth.
yeah.
that's fair.
That's totally why.
So what happened to Murdane then?
She died. Umberly killed her.
Why
Do you
did
think
Umberly-
Umberly might be able to destroy?
She killed her and
magical
pulled
item?
all of her followers into the sea. She washed all of her temples into the ocean.
Seems like a powerful goddess.
Very powerful. She commands the ocean as much as Poseidon likes to pretend he has sway.
No, Poseidon actually does control the currents.
I mean, you can out of
You are very wrong.
you can say what you want. In character, you're well aware that the terms Umberly is far more powerful than Poseidon.
Yes.
Not in this city. In this city, Poseidon is the major religion, but ocean-wide, especially since you've traveled around a lot, Umberly, she's not worshipped in the same way most of the time. Her priests and religions aren't as big. Her churches aren't as big because there's not as many people who worship her in the same way. But anybody who travels, especially land folk, They pray to Umberlee to not kill them. They pray for her blessing that she leave them be. That's how she gets most of her prayers.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the, I think she's one of the chaos.
Yeah,
guys.
Gawain would know that, but he doesn't.
No,
want...
I know.
He's just talking shit.
She's being a bitch. You can be a bitch back. It's fine. I'm just, as a character, you are aware of.
Yes, I know.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
In and out of character, I know.
Okay.
I'm just talking shit.
Well,
Yes, but Gawain, we are trying to
clearly
get information. Can you just shut up for a minute?
All right.
Perhaps you should listen to your more intelligent friend.
Okay, are you familiar at all with the term primordial progenitor?
I am not.
Okay.
Should I be?
I don't know. It was something a Swagan said before we killed it. So I don't know if it's... And he was guarding, or at least was in the vicinity of Murdane's bell, so I'm curious as to whether or not it's they're related.
Well, primordial is old, prehistory, right? You probably have no idea what she's talking about. She's kind of breaking down the words of it. Generator is... Well, it's progenitor. She's not that smart. She's not as smart as entirely as smart as she's coming across.
Before, generator, thing that powers a house. So obviously, before.
Something that came before power.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be odd that somebody who's been dead for 2,000 years has people looking for something that's dead or super old looking for her. Maybe that's what they want to call her.
Just had an idea. I'll explain.
But she is dead. You can thank Lathander for that.
Now,
mostly. But Umberlee's the one who killed her.
if somebody...
Lathander caused an event called the Dawn Cataclysm.
Why I wasn't allowed in that room?
If somebody were to say, desire to maybe resurrect this goddess, would they be able to do that? Would there be a way to do that?
No. Gods derive their powers, especially since the spell plague, from their prayers.
Okay,
they get more powerful dependent on their following. So you can't just cast a spell. And if you had a priest who knew anything about religion, he'd probably know this and you wouldn't be asking me. And that's another dig at, obviously, Gawain.
Yeah.
Got really cold.
Well, the Temple of Oral's right next door.
Ooh.
She's the god of like oceans and storms, but also like frost and ice and stuff.
Gets all the shade. But also it's hot because it's burn.
What was I gonna? I had another question, but it escaped my head. Oh, so would you say then? Okay, so if the gods and goddesses get their powers from prayers, and nobody prays to Mordane anymore, would you think the artifact has power still?
It might not even be tied to her power directly. I mean, once magic is enchanted, even artifacts, they don't necessarily tie to their caster, or artifacts wouldn't ever exist at all. Old magic wouldn't exist at all. I mean, I could... this idiot cleric could theoretically enchant a weapon, and then you could kill him with said weapon, and that weapon would still contain the magic that he casts in it.
Sounds like a plan. Oh.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I said that under my breath.
Yeah, but sound carries really well underwater.
Oh.
I really just summoned popcorn.
Soggy popcorn.
Does anybody else have a question for our friend here?
That's pretty much all I had.
Okay. Gawain?
Apparently, Lathander's a badass, guys, though. So
Yeah.
you're traveling with me.
Did you
I
want
would-
to know more about the Dawn Cataclysm?
I would love to.
Yes.
Yes, I would love to. Looks around the room. for
There isn't a lot of information known, but what we do know is that Lathander, being the overbloated moron that he is, decided that he knew best, and he would
While they're talking to her,
destroy-
Gwen's gonna look around the room.
destroy all of the evil gods in his view, and take control and basically run all of the Forgotten Realms by himself. Obviously, this was an idiotic plan. In fact, it's so idiotic that Shar, relatively recently in historical terms, tried to accomplish the same thing and also failed miserably. But in the event, he ended up somehow weakening many, many gods. So I suppose he was more successful in that regard than Shar was. And in doing so, opened up an opening that Umberly killed Murdain, which, of course, did not sit well with Tyr. And that's why Tyr and Lathander still do not get along. Murdain and Tyr were an item.
Think about where I got my glow bar from. Interesting.
It is interesting. I wish more was known about it. Shar is more prevalent on the surface. She's a god of darkness, of the forgotten. She's actually opposite of Mistra, which even down here, MIJA will have an idea of. MIJA will know who Mistra is, and that's the god of magic. The god of the weave, and Shar is the controller of the shadow weave. Kind of opposite. Lathander wanted to bring light, and Shar wanted to bring darkness, and they both had the same damn plan. And they probably don't even realize it. It's a relatively small kind of temple area. Like, it's literally kind of just one room. There's a couple of other priests up a little bit closer. There's a large kind of carved image of two waves parting, and you recognize that as Umberly's kind of holy symbol imagery. But basically there's that and like kind of an area for prayer, and there's not a whole lot more to this room. It is a really tiny little temple.
Okay, well, I guess that's
And it
all.
looks like there's a flat wall on one side, like it, because it's one building that they share with Oral, but there's no like doorways or
duplex.
there's no connect. Yeah, like they can't even afford rent on their own building. Like it's not. It exists here because this is a god of the under, and I think if you didn't, you kind of incur Umberly's wrath, and she would have destroyed this city personally. But she's not popular in this city, which is probably a little bit. You think might be why this priest is being such a bitch, but also could be that she's just a bitch, and she is a half elf.
And her goddess is really fucking powerful.
Yeah, but she is a half elf, so you know that just kind of comes with the territory. Elves. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Landry.
He's pompous too.
Yeah, that seems to be the theme.
I'm gonna stand by that in 1,000 years. They'll both be dead, but I'll still be alive. So fuck him.
Yeah, and they'll both still think they know each other.
Okay, well, I guess that's it.
Ah,
So we should go back to the inn and wait and maybe land for our
damn
next.
it. Never mind.
We don't associate with him. All right, so I guess we'll go back to the inn
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and wait.
You guys are all gonna. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else we can really do.
No, I don't know where else to look. So
I'm gonna explain as much of Gawain's plan to CHOWDAH as I know.
throw a thing in a volcano.
Yeah.
It's literally all you know. I'm assuming that's his entire fucking plan.
That's
Yeah, that's my entire fucking plan.
yeah. I assumed the same thing, so yeah.
Okay. Working Lord of the Rings.
Sure.
This saga was called Lord of the Bells.
in the
My
dark-
trident and my harpoon gun.
and my glow bar and my claws. No.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so you guys go back to the inn. It'll be the familiar looking, well, not familiar, but you've got the Koto that you kind of recognize owns the place. He'll kind of be sitting.
Mm.
He'll look up at you. And kind of, like, almost kind of sigh a bit and kind of swim over a bit. What do you want?
Rooms and time of day is it by now? Is it
It's probably
close-ish to dinner time?
getting closer. I mean, it's probably still a little bit before, but yeah.
Well, we'll at least pay for a room and then we could discuss.
Each room is 2 bits, which is 2 copper. Like I said, the reason why the rooms are really cheap. They're not very good, but they are really cheap. They're cheap and they're cheap.
All right. So 2 copper?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
2 bits. 2 bits per room.
Right. Yeah, I paid for mine.
Okay.
Do you want me to pay for yours, CHOWDAH?
No, I have money now. Since we've gotten paid, but thank you.
Okay. So if you want a room, he'll give you a kind of key that goes to it. There's only a total of 10 rooms, anyways. But
And we're taking up 5 of them.
yeah, it doesn't seem like an incredibly popular place. I mean, it's plenty clean. There's no real problems with it. It's not a great inn, and it's also the service isn't that spectacular because the Koto are kind of dismissive. I want to try and play their, because they do really are written as being kind of racist. So I don't want to play it as racist. I want to kind of play it as kind of dismissive of other races. So that's kind of how I've been trying to go for that. I don't know if it's been coming across all the time. I've been trying to play the Koto that they're dismissive.
Okay. Oh, I was going to also pay for a room for a gull.
Okay.
So.
Okay. It's the same price, 2 bits.
Okay. So I'm going to explain to the innkeeper that we have a young Sicilian. How is?
I don't know how they're pronounced. Squid people. Squid people seems racist.
Yeah. We have a young. I will just call it Sicilian. A young Sicilian with us, and he is out exploring the city. But we told him that we will be staying here, so I would like to purchase this room for him. Could you please let him know when he comes that he has a room?
Okay, whatever.
Thank you.
Mm.
Did you want a key, or you want me to give it to him?
Please give it to him when he comes in. Yes.
You're actually pretty confident that random people aren't going to walk in here and he's going to assume, because it's, like I said, the place is pretty. It's pretty clean and there's nothing wrong with it. It's cheap. And the quality of the rooms is not very good, and the service sucks. But it's not very popular. But there's nothing wrong with it. So you're actually not that worried that a random person is going to walk in and just get the room. Plus
Yeah,
the
well-
2 bits anyways. But yeah.
If we can walk in and get 6 rooms out of 10, I'm not too worried.
No,
about
I know. Like I said, it's not an incredibly popular place because he's kind of a jackass.
I think it's Cicalia. I'm looking up online how to pronounce it.
Cecilia. What if it? I don't know.
Cicalia.
It wouldn't it have 2 C's then? I don't know. Don't ask me. I know nothing.
It's CSEAKALE. EH.
No, it's Cecaelia.
That's how I'm pronouncing it. Cicalia.
Cicala. Yeah.
Who's Kayla?
I know.
Who's Kayla?
And why do we have to see her?
That's the next part of the plot, guys.
Shit.
We're going to go see Kayla.
Okay. So, it'll wind down. I mean, it comes with a breakfast, but not anything else. You guys are going to have to pay for dinner, but... At some point, Gull's going to come back in, and he's going to be kind of tired, actually. Like, not like he's been doing anything exertive, but kind of like he's been excited. He's looking around for him. I mean, above surface, this is a really tiny town, but underwater, this is a massive city. This is the largest underwater area at about 5,000 total people.
Right.
So he's kind of coming in like it's the first time he's ever been to New York, kind of thing. Like, this place is amazing, but like really kind of fried from all of the experiences, like tired and worn, like mentally fried, physically tired, like so like he's gonna be rambling nonsense, but he'll come in and you guys will probably rest the night. But I'm gonna end there because it is about pumpkin time for our game. So.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin.
And so
I like pumpkin.
there's only 3 people, so we'll start with Potato.
Yeah. So Gawain is pretty ecstatic that he has a plan now.
Well, you do your outros too.
Oh yeah.
Your pitches and all that.
You can find me at Potato Hollow streaming pretty much every day for every day of the week except for weekends. Yeah. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And this week I'm streaming all the damn time because I'm not working. At least Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday and Friday I'm working. Thursday and Friday I'm not streaming because I'm working all day. And then Saturday I'm working all day.
And he's gonna start running D&D games next
Oh
month.
yeah, on the 6th.
So in like 2 weeks, I think. Ish.
2 weeks ish. Yeah. 2 weeks to the day.
Yay!
Yay!
Cal.
I am Calvi Calv of Calvi Calv's Gaming. I have the YouTube channel where I post my gameplay videos. I actually just finished recording Assassin's Creed 2 today, which it got really irritating towards the end. And actually, but then I started playing Resident Evil 4, which gets me excited. I actually have videos set up to uploaded to September 17th, 18th. I'm trying to get 2 months lead time so that by the time school starts, I have extra room in case I get too busy and I can't record. I stream Saturdays.
And Wednesdays and Thursdays you've started a little bit.
I think it was only like that once that I streamed on a Wednesday. I usually forget. I did a lot of recording last week, but I might stream because I still have to stream some Arc for one of my friends wants to watch my. Yeah, here on Twitch, I'm Calvi Calv.
All the links are in there.
Yep. I have the Half-Orc Paladin video posted on Sunday. Gainley hasn't seen it, I guess, so he hasn't said anything. Next Sunday I'll go back to Human Rogue, so I actually have to figure that out. Yeah, that's me.
And Geeky, assuming you even have time to play video games anymore.
I don't. Oh my gosh! But eventually, I will start streaming again. I promise. Once I get my shit together.
I was actually happy that I had 5 people in the chat today.
Well, you just moved like a month or two ago too, so.
Yeah. So I moved in April. I got married in May, and now I am pregnant. I got pregnant in June.
And you're gonna start streaming by the end of July.
Yes. Wait, is it? It's still okay. Yeah.
For the week.
So, well, let's see. I play D&D on Fridays over at the RPG Lab at Fridays, 1 p.m. Eastern. But yes, I have some games that I want to start running. It's a Victorian horror game. And
I need to look into that.
Yes, I want to join that.
And I want to start doing one-shots of games that are not D&D. So like I played a game the other day called Danger Patrol that was so much fun. And then I've played a few games that were not D&D that were just so much fun. And yeah, anyway. So eventually I will start doing that. But you can find me around Twitch on different people's channels. And I put all that information on my website, geekyteaparty.com. And fingers crossed, more stuff will be on there in the future.
I'm Ark Devil Road 2. I'm here. You can join my Discord by clicking Shar down below, who's discussed this week. I know plenty about Shar. Or my Twitter, which gets posted all over, but I'm at Ark Devil Road 2. We do 4 nights a week, 3 or D&D at this point, Sunday and Monday. Although next Sunday I'm not playing. We're not playing. We're not streaming the game because we're having a cheesecake celebration day, and everybody who's in my game is actually coming down in person, and we're just going to play in person that day. So that should be a lot of fun. But we're not going to end up streaming it. And Fridays are now kind of a series of one-shots for D&D. Basically, you can play the same characters, or you can change too if you want, but they progress every week. We're going to level and get a magic item and just have they're really nonsense games that I don't put a ton of story and plot into them. And to some extent, I think, is this really dumb? I'm doing it. That's literally my planning for some of these segments in my game, and I have a lot of fun doing it, and I hope people playing have a lot of fun. And I'd like to get more people playing and watching, but that's what I'm doing on Fridays right now. And
I really hope you can get more people playing.
I don't know. I'm not good at selling.
We did Ark last Tuesday, and I actually really enjoyed Ark.
I have that game. I've not played it yet.
What's Ark?
It's a dinosaur
Like
game.
Minecraft
game,
with
with
dinosaurs.
Oh, yes, that one.
What's a survival game?
I didn't like my first run through it, but it was good. But I'm gonna try and raid this person, see if it works. I have not actually watched.
Online? Something?
Yeah, I raided him last week though. This is a person I met through who's it? Zentum, who I used to play EverQuest with. So I'm gonna raid him. I have a lot to raid with, but send him that way and poke around there. When it goes.
I would play on Friday, but Friday is my Shabbat, so it's family time.
It's like, the fuck is a Shabbat?
It happens.
Wait, you're one of the evil vampires? Oh, that's Sabbat.
So Shabbat